You know him as a PDP chieftain, a political analyst, a journalist, and a former Director General of the Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria. But now Dr. Ladan Salihu is wearing a new hat, or to be precise, a turban. He was recently turbaned in a grand ceremony as the Barden Yamman, which means that not only is he now traditionally titled, he's also officially a royal warrior. But his commitments to his party, the PDP, and to his analysis of political developments in Nigeria remain undimmed. And he'll join me shortly in the studio to talk about all that. But first, let's take a brief look at the grand ceremony of his turbaning.
jama'a za a sa masa alifin lallan haƙurinsa a kansa wato Allahu kenan yanzu za a saka masa alkabba da aka saka masa alkabba kuma sannan za a buga masa tambari kamar yadda aka fara yi ma kowanne hakimi a nan da sauransu.
Shi Dr. Ladan Salihu a haife shi ranar 20 ga watan 11 shekarar 1961.
Well, that looks like a delightfully regal and colourful ceremony. And Dr. Ladan Salihu, the Barden Yamman Bauchi, joins me now in the studio. Thank you very much indeed for coming in, and a hearty congratulations.
Thank you so very much, Charles.
I would say that that is well deserved.
Good to see you again.
Lovely to see you again. So you are, if we were to interpret what that actually means, you're a guardian of integrity and a defender of the security of the emirate. So in a sense, you are a warrior.
Absolutely. At the advent of the Usman Dan Fodio Caliphate, popularly known as the Sokoto Caliphate, Bauchi, like any other major pronounced city under the Caliphate or territory, had, four major, outlets, east, west, south, and north. In each of these entry point and exit points, you have quality traditional title holders that are assigned by the emir to be guardians of those territories, those entry and exit points. And so the metamorphosis of the emirate from the time of the caliphate to this moment ensured that the tradition continues. And so you have four major points, like I said earlier. The western frontier is where the Barden Yamman, my own area of jurisdiction.
Yeah, I thought I murdered the pronunciation.
No, you didn't. You didn't. You didn't murder the pronunciation. I think you've done exceedingly well.
Oh, thank you.
And the Barden Yamman traditionally is the guardian, the warrior guardian, if you like, of the western frontier of the emirate.
Right.
And at every point during the olden days, the Barden Yamman is the person closest to the emir when he is out on an expedition.
Right.
And there used to be a kind of warrior song with a lot of anecdote and that has to do with historical oral tradition,
right,
and so on, that goes like this, that women admire Barde, they want to marry him, but they are afraid of mourning.
I like that, yeah.
Because ordinarily
he's a warrior.
He's a warrior. Ordinarily he will take the first bullet.
Right.
He is supposed to take the first bullet for the emir.
Right.
In protecting the emir, he is seen as someone who protects the integrity of the emir and the emirate, who protects the security of the western frontier.
So in today's world, though, Obviously, because I mean, you're giving us the historical perspective,
Yes.
which is very important to understand the context and so on. But in today's world, how does that translate into the role that you'll play today? Because obviously, you're not going to be a warrior armed with sort of
No, not at all.
Swords and spears.
Now, Charles, the metamorphosis or the evolution of the traditional institution over the years has created a new a paradigm shift in the definition of the role of the traditional royalty. In the case of the Barden Yamman, I am to ensure that I am an apostle of peace. I am an ambassador of peace. I am someone who participates, mediates, encourages everything that has to do with decorum, tranquility, peace, and peaceful coexistence between and amongst, the people of the western frontier of the emirate. I am also to ensure that whenever and wherever the traditional, the emir is mentioned and the emirate is concerned, I should be seen to defend the customs and the costumes, the norms and the values, and all that is positive in the disposition of the traditional institution.
Right.
So like I said, it's a paradigm shift, and things have changed drastically and dramatically. So as we speak, I can be assigned, on an errand to assist the authorities, local, state, and NGOs in mediation of conflicts, in ensuring that people do not trample on the law, and ensuring that people respect the norms, the values, the cultures, the traditions, and the ways and means in which we have found ourselves.
So how does all that affect the work that you would normally do, which is beyond? I mean, you're a politician in a political party, a major political party, and you're also a political analyst.
Yes.
Who assesses things that are taking place in society, Nigerian society in general and beyond.
I think beyond being measured and dignified, and beyond reticence, and ensuring that your voice, whenever you speak, must be seen to be not only respectful but respected. Nuances. And you must be seen to, I will continue with who I am, Charles. I am a bona fide member of the PDP. I am a stalwart of the party. I will continue, with politics with more verve and gusto, I can assure you.
Okay, well,
and I won't be held back by what I have now at the moment. It only adds some measure of if you like, traditional visibility, and beyond that, it's the same.
Well, I'm glad you said that, because I've got some questions for you that are political. Now that we've got past the, I think so. Congratulations once again. There's a lot of things going on. There's the politics of the PDP, the outcome of the Board of Trustees, the NWC meetings, the vote of no confidence in the Damagun-led NWC by PDP representatives. Some Wike in the party. Put that encapsulate all that for us from your perspective.
I think, it is a combination, if you like, a mosaic of a lot of, issues that are, there, a potpourri, political potpourri, so to say. You have,
I forgot to mention Emeka Ihedioha has walked away from the party. I'm sure you've heard that.
Yes.
A very important part of your party for a long time. Delivered Imo State to you. He
will come back to the PDP. His soul is in the PDP. His anger is what probably propelled him out of the PDP. But my belief is that Emeka is a very reasonable, very frank personality, and he must have been probably angered by certain issues that obtained probably within the party
and remained unresolved.
And unresolved.
Right.
Now, I want to say, and I will say that with a lot of pride, that the meeting of the Board of Trustees of the PDP, which preceded the meeting of the National Working Committee, ended well. The meeting of the National Working Committee ended well. And those who waited for the PDP to disintegrate, or those who waited for the PDP to be at daggers drawn, or those who were waiting in the wake of these meetings for the PDP to begin a journey of disintegration and dismemberment, have been put to shame by, the leaders of our party, in that after the two meetings, the party has come out very well organized, stronger in my view, and is poised to continue its work as a major opposition party. Right. Now, that said, Charles, there are issues that are still germane to the development of our party. There are questions that are still unanswered. And there are issues that are critical to the development, the political prosperity of our party, the PDP, that we will not allow to be swept under the carpet.
Right. Okay, so it's an evolving process.
It's an evolving thing.
But let me say this, because unfortunately we're almost out of time. I know you've also been talking recently about the separatists in Nigeria and the people who are seen as sort of the rabble-rousers. You talked recently about the fact that Mr. Igboho has been pardoned, Sowore pardoned or released, but Nnamdi Kanu still in jail. When you weigh his case against these other two people, is there any reason why he should still be in jail today? Just following up on what you have been saying, basically.
Well, I think my own take on this is that the whole issue of our internal security, whether be it banditry, as we see in the southwest, or Boko Haram in the in the northeast, or the issues of agitations in the southeast, or for that matter in the southwest with the recent debacle in Ibadan. They are poignant facts to the need for the country to have a sober reflection and introspection on the way forward. My attitude and my belief and my own position is that after the civil war in Nigeria, the warring factions embraced dialogue. And after that pronouncement by General Yakubu Gowon of no victor, no vanquished, you have the process of rehabilitation, reconstruction, and what is the other R?
Right, we've got literally 30 seconds, so you have to kind of wrap up
all I'm saying
quickly.
Is that, irrespective of who is involved, the security situation in Nigeria has to be premised within the content and context of dialogue. You have to put everybody on the table, have a national dialogue, ensure that we talk to each other and talk with each other.
So keeping Nnamdi Kanu in jail has not solved the problem of insecurity in the southeast, basically. That's or in the country. Is that the point you're making? I'm not.
When probably we have sufficient time, Charles, I may expand on that.
Okay.
My own concern now is for us to. It began with Borno State. 160,000 Boko Haram repentant citizens have been reintegrated into the society. If you flip it to Sokoto State, 160,000 are in Niger Republic displaced because of banditry. Now, if you go to the southeast, it is the same attitude with a different coloration. And what I'm saying is that let us have a basket of dialogue across all this spectra or spectrum of discontent, disorganization, and contradiction in terms of our own security architecture, so that we can come up with a national solution, because we are Nigerians who should be speaking to each other.
Okay. On that note, I want to thank
daggers drawn.
On that note, I want to thank you very much.
I appreciate
and congratulations once again. Dr. Ladan Salihu, the Barden Yamman Bauchi, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, and congratulations on your bureau in Johannesburg.
Oh yeah, well, the fact that we've expanded, much more so in Africa. That's it for this edition of Arise Prime Time. Join us again tomorrow. Bye-bye.